Hi guys, welcome to Kenganda, your number one stop YouTube channel for everything that is entertainment, real estate videos, restaurant reviews, and so much more that you can actually benefit from. Now on today's episode, I am blessed to have, the amazing, the brilliant.
Okay.
Introduce yourself.
Jesus Christ. You just left me in the water. Hi guys, my name is Kim the Comic and you are very welcome watching this channel Kenganda. I'm very excited for the conversation we're going to have.
So let's just get to that. So we are going to bring you guys into our culture. So most of you may not know this, but I am a Muganda, okay? Like, I may tell you my Luganda name, but it's only reserved for the bank, you know.
Rich auntie.
Yeah, so I am a Muganda, and in my culture, the women actually kneel for the man when they're serving food, you know, asking for money, when they're giving him...
Wow.
When they're giving him something, maybe like you're going to work and you need something, you know, they'll kneel. When you come back from work, they'll kneel for you. And even if your wife met you like on the street,
Supposed to kneel for you.
yes, that's the culture. You're supposed to kneel for your man. Even in these introductions, the kuchalas, you're also supposed to kneel for your man. It's like the respect you get. Because on top of kneeling for the man, you also kneel for the in-laws and everyone else, your elders.
So girls do a lot of kneeling.
Yeah, so now the big question for today is, Kim, would you be all right with your woman kneeling for you?
No, unfortunately I wouldn't. Personally, for me, speaking like a human being, I think that I wouldn't feel comfortable with another person kneeling down to me. Not that I'm trying, they're worshiping me or anything, but I just don't feel comfortable in that sense. Like,
I get it.
I feel like you could do better with your life than kneel down for me.
No, but you don't have to look at it in that way. Kneeling is like a form of respect, you get.
Yeah, but why
She
would
can
you...
kneel for you and then like stand up immediately and life goes on. It's just like, oh, this is my husband.
I feel like a man
I need
who
to
is so
serve him like
comfortable
that.
with a woman kneeling for them just lacks self-esteem or something. You just want to show, oh, I'm a man, so like...
So all the Buganda men out there, because Buganda do that, but Toro do that. The Westerners don't do that a lot, but yeah.
You guys need to check your esteem. Like, you can't let women just be kneeling down for you like that.
Do you know what's
like,
surprising though? I would kneel for my man, Kim.
You, the rich auntie.
Yeah.
This girl has come here and said, men need to do this, men need to do that, men need to do... And now she's saying...
I would kneel for my husband, but my husband has to be someone who deserves the kneeling. Because you're not going to kneel for every, you know, Tom, Dick, and Harry out there. No, you kneel for the person who deserves the respect, person who has been there for you. And like I mentioned before, my 5 Ps. A man who is a protector. A man who is a preacher.
A preacher.
A man who is a promoter. A man who is a
promoter
provider.
Of music or?
No, by promoter, we mean someone who supports you in everything that you do, is there for you. And even preacher, we don't mean someone going to pulpit, someone who prays over his family and someone who knows the word of God. Now that man, I don't mind serving you food and kneeling. I don't. So
let me get this straight. You need a man with all those 5 qualities, yeah?
Yeah.
So what exactly is he getting from you that makes you feel like if he deserves it, I'll kneel there? I don't support kneeling, but if you're going to kneel for them...
Stop going off topic. We're talking about kneeling. Not what I'm bringing to the table, not. It's about kneeling, you see.
But you see, you're putting so much pressure on this guy you're going to kneel down for.
No, it's not about...
Because
my main point was...
As men, we have a lot of flaws.
Okay. Which I understand. Everyone is flawed. I don't believe in perfection.
Sometimes I may not provide. Will you stop kneeling?
Fine.
Will you stop kneeling?
I won't, because we have an understanding in the marriage. Come on, who's going to run after you? By me saying all those things, I'm not going to say you must be perfect 100%, but you must be someone of sense. You're not going to start kneeling for a madman, are you? You're not going to start kneeling for a man who beats you.
Well, by the time you got married to a madman,
cheats on you,
then you also have the problem, right?
Like, you get, my whole point is, I would kneel, but a man who is worth it. You get, someone who adds value to my life.
What's the essence of kneeling? Like, what does it add to you as a woman?
To me, growing up,
as a woman, what does it add to the woman? If to a man it's respect, what does it add to the woman? It adds
nothing, but it also comes from a small place of submission. You get. You see, you know in the Bible, you're supposed to submit to your husband. And
Yeah,
I'm
they didn't say
saying
you're
this.
supposed to kneel
I'm
down
not
to your
saying
husband.
kneel for your boyfriend and everything. This is your husband.
Well,
your husband.
You should kneel for
okay?
your boyfriend if he's providing for you.
Please no, don't do that. If you have the ring on your finger, don't even be doing the cleaning and cooking.
So let me get this straight. You're going to be able to kneel for someone.
For my husband. My husband who has visited my parents,
But
my
Joan,
husband who has wedded me in
You
church.
are a feminist. That's
Who
at
said
least
I was a
I know you
feminist?
for that. For being pro women, supporting like women.
Yeah.
So how does a feminist now switch to the point that she's encouraging other girls to kneel down for men?
You confuse.
To be, like,
you confuse it. My feminism doesn't come from hating men and everything. My feminism comes from equal rights for women in the workspace and everywhere else. You get? That's it.
So if it's equal rights, then
and
maybe
feminism is a whole different thing. Which feminist says don't kneel down for your man? If it's your culture and you feel you're right by it, you should do it by all means. Many people do so many things for that culture and they're not going to talk about them here. Maybe it's just kneeling.
So they're being hypocrites.
They can do what they want. I won't give them names. But it's just kneeling, okay? I've grown up, I kneel for my own father because I love that man.
Well, that's your parents, so I would understand that. But
I even kneel for my mother. Like,
have you ever knelt for any of your boyfriends?
no. A boyfriend.
You see, that's the face you're going to have when the man tells you to kneel down, and you will make that same
and
face.
listen,
And
listen.
equal rights, darling, equal rights. Come on.
No one does this game. But listen, listen. When a woman, the thing with men is that they ask for submission. Oh, you're supposed to do this as a woman. You're supposed to do this. Come and do this. No.
You're asking for things, so you should ask for things too.
Submission.
If you have the right to ask for a man's
come
things,
naturally from your heart.
provision should come naturally from your heart.
pocket.
You're not supposed to ask the man what he's supposed to give you, if that's the route you're taking.
Closed mouth doesn't get fed.
Well, if the man is also going to ask for submission, then you better kneel down and serve that food.
Kim, that's just messed up. Like, I do that marriage where they're just saying, oh, do this. No, it's a communication. You talk. Okay?
You know one thing I've never understood.
What I'm trying to say is if a man out there likes a girl who kneels, let her do it naturally, okay? Let her do it out of her own will, you get it? Because it's not going to look good if she's just doing it forcefully. No. It's like, let her do it on her own, the same way. And you know what? Submission comes easily when you're being treated right by a good man.
Okay, let me just say this one last thing, yeah?
Say it.
If I don't believe that anyone should be kneeling down for anyone, but if I was in a culture where someone is supposed to kneel down for me, if I give your dad 50 cows and you fail to kneel any day of our lives we are together, that's a crime.
But that's messed up. You're not supposed to look at it like that.
No.
That's the whole point. I was saying, let it come easy. Let it come easy.
Well, the cows didn't come easy, did they? It was
I'm sure our viewers get it, Kim. I'm sure they do get it.
Anyway,
they get it, okay?
But I don't really support
What's your conclusion about this whole thing?
I don't support kneeling down for anyone. You should have respect for yourselves as human beings, standing, sleeping, or I don't know, anything you're doing. You should have respect regardless of anything. You don't have to kneel down to show like, oh my God, this is my husband, this is my... So the whole thing, I don't support it, but hey, there are people doing that and I'm not going to be the one to stop them.
Yeah. But before we finish this, sometimes, there's a saying that in China, the Chinese women walk behind their husbands and they put their heads down.
I'm not sure about that.
No, I'm very sure about that.
Okay.
But the women are the ones who make the decisions in the family. Did you know that?
Well, I'll have to first get married to one of them to find out.
My conclusion is, it should come naturally to you, okay? If it's what you've grown up seeing, it's what I've grown up, doing, seeing. Every time we go for family gatherings, my aunties, my uncles, you kneel, because when you don't kneel, it looks disrespectful to them and whatnot and everything. So me, I will kneel for my husband who is worth it.
Can we do a special sign out where you kneel down for me and we just show the viewers?
I don't even kneel for a boyfriend, then I kneel for you, my co-presenter.
You're showing your future husband out there what you're going to do for him.
No, we're not doing that on Kenganda. So we're going to sign out, guys. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you go down to the comment section and tell us what you think. Interact with us and also follow us on our social media pages. That is Kenganda Nation on Facebook and Kenganda on Instagram. I'm your host Joanita and
Kim the Comic,
and we out.